Hello and welcome to Nixies Notebooks. Today we are going to work in our No-Sew Spine journal. And what I want to do is, so this page right, not this page right here got a little gluey. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little bubble there. So we're going to fix that. We're going to do something pretty quick and simple. Plus I want to cover up the extrovert sexually receptive part of this sentence because I don't know. So, I'm hoping to get this video done. My Nixie cat, who the channel is named after, is just trying my little patience. Huh. Yeah? You gonna say hello? Okay. Yeah? She's my little panther. She loves me. I love her. She needs to go on the floor, though, while I work. She jumps up every 5 minutes onto my desk, whether I'm working or not. So yeah, yay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try something a little bit different today. We're going to make a little. It's gonna be a pop-up page, and I'll show you what I mean once we start it and get it done. And she's gonna try to go into the closet now. Nixie, stop. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Nix, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Cut it out. Go. Go play. Go do something fun. Go look outside. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. All right. All right, so where was I? Okay, we were talking about making this pop-up page. And when I say pop-up page, you're probably like, oh, it's going to be this pretty little design. No, I'm talking about like it's going to be like an accordion piece of paper or page coming off the page, and I'll show you how we're going to do it. We'll make it all pretty. We'll tie it in with a little bit of ribbon. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold. So this is going to be our bottom right here. So we're going to fold it this way. And we're going to fold it this way, and this will be, and of course it's going to be a little bit wonky because I can't do anything straight, can I? This will be the last page. Don't worry about this. This is going to be covered up. So there we go. I'm going to go right over to my little chopper, and I'm going to chop off the ends of this. Okay. I'm back. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we are going to cut this. I am using a piece of scrap paper, but we're gonna cut this pretty much to this size. So let's, I have scrap paper everywhere. That's why there's so many like scrap busting crafts and stuff, because I mean you just have so much scrap paper and you don't want to throw it away. I mean, like, you don't want to throw this piece of paper away. I mean, so you have to try to find other uses, and you know, keeping it's kind of a pain. It's hard to manage it sometimes. I did a video where I put them in bags. It was okay. It's sort of working, not really. So okay, we can I'm going to shut this for now and push that to the side. So what we're going to do now is I need to get a little more exact measurements. It's not going to be exact. Well, maybe it should be. All right. Let's do this. I can hear my noodle, Nixie Noodle. She's crunching on something now. I swear, that cat. Don't get me wrong, I love my cats, love them very much, but sometimes they are a little bit much. And she by far is probably the one cat in the house that starts everything. She is very good at starting stuff. So, oops. And I'm just concentrating so I don't mess this up, and I have to grab another piece of scrap paper. So see, like, I'm just not going to throw that away because there's no reason to throw it away. I'm gonna turn on some more lights too. Hope you guys don't mind. Sorry, I'm moving some of my mess around. I am gonna have to turn on some more lights so I can kind of see. I am having problems seeing. Probably doesn't make much of a difference for you guys, but it makes some difference for me. So there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do, this is gonna be our cover. So we're gonna wanna decorate this a little bit. And you'd think that I would have brought a lot of stuff over here to decorate and to do that sort of stuff before I started the video, but I did not, because that would be pre-planning. Apparently I'm not very good at that. So, let's see here. A couple of things. So we're gonna need glue sticks. We're gonna do the corners. This is, I'm kind of winging this a little bit, so I do apologize. I usually think these out a little more, but I had a really, long weekend this weekend, so I do apologize that this is not more put together. Well, a lot of my videos seem to end up in train wrecks anyways, so I don't know if that would help or not. So we're going to do something on this. What? I don't know. Let's just start. How about we just start? I really don't want to use more of that gold tape because I'm like, I really am in love with it though. How about this one? This will be good. What are you doing next? I swear, this cat follows me everywhere. I actually call her my little glue stick. So I'm gonna put it down right here. Ooh, I like the way that looks. Take this glue stick, and I'm just gonna kind of peel it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna go right down the line there. Use the glue stick to just make sure, because this is gonna be, I just don't want it coming up ever. I want this to be down and stuck down for the rest of its life. There's no reason for it to ever come up. So use a little bit of glue stick to do that. And apparently I was very off on the glue stick. Good job. All right. Yep, that's pretty much how my week has been going. So it doesn't surprise me. And it's just started. I'm so excited for this week. All right. I like how that came out. I think I'm gonna want to, I don't know if you can hear her purring. She's purring in the background there. She's all excited because I haven't kicked her out again. I do love my cat. She's like my little BFF. She goes with me everywhere, except for when I go to see my friend up in Williams, and or on vacation, or when I leave the house. Basically, she doesn't come with me anywhere. I just goes everywhere with me in the house, which is a lot because I don't really leave the house all that often. Not that I'm a shut-in, I'm antisocial. So, I was looking, I have a box of stickers and I lost it. Again, apologies for not being prepared. Most of this is just gonna be you looking at a blank screen, I guess. All right. So we got a bunch of stickers in here. All these I'm not going to use, but let's see if we can find a pretty one. All right, I don't think any of these type of stickers are really going to work, so I'm just going to set that aside. These are all a mess. So you can see, I'm going to stick this aside. Oh, that's cute. I was going to make that. We'll put that aside. Let's see. No, that is for a Christmas book. I pull things out as I see them sometimes, and then I put them aside, and then I forget that I put them aside. Ooh, maybe some of these acorns. How about I take a look at this package? I'm not so fond of these. Let's see. We got these two. Take a look at some of those. Ooh, how about some of these? Those look like that might work. I think to kind of accentuate the gold, I'm looking for more of a gold look. But let's see what we got here. Well, we'll pull out all these. We'll take a look-see at all of them. How is that? I don't think there's any others that I really want to look at. Okay, we'll put this stuff all back. I think we're going to have a little something else on here. Look what I just found. I found a little bit of map. So, oh, here we go. I think a circle would be cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out a little circle. I'm just kind of getting some shapes here, just to kind of give us some different stuff to work with here. Oh my gosh, she's messing with my scrap pile. Another one that I have over on the other side of the office, obviously. So do something like that. Let's see. I don't know if I like the cotton that much. I do like that little yellow flower though. So again, I'm just winging it. I apologize. Usually I'm a little more prepared, but it's been one of those weekends. I had to take little Nix to the vet because she was throwing up everywhere. And then it turns out that she was totally fine. Huh, yeah, you were okay. I know, she's back over here again. She apparently was mad at me because I took her to the vet, but then decided to forgive me very quickly. No, Noodle. Thanks. That's pretty, huh? Oh, too bad it goes off the... Well, you know what? It could go off a little bit and then I just cut it. Kind of just thinking outside the box a little bit. I don't know. Don't chew that. Oh, joys of owning a cat. All right, so this is a possibility. I don't know what you guys think. I think I like that. No, don't like that one. What about this one? No, it's kind of big. Looking for thin and not big, and that's not going to be it either. All right, well, that's kind of pretty too. Oh. I have to get it out of the glare. Let me see. I don't know, what do you guys think of that? I think that actually might work pretty well. I think I'm going to ink up this though before I put it on. Then maybe we could put a little saying. Let's see what we got for sayings here. Oh boy. So I'm just trying to do something. I don't want to make it too crazy, but you know, just to give it a little pizzazz, I guess. Something to look at. Ooh, that was not good. All right, that's okay. How about the word journal? How about memories? I like that one. I like that font too. I just do these up on this is really good here. So what I do is I just I go to my Microsoft Word. I only have a black and white printer. I don't have a color printer, so I don't really do DigiKits because I don't have a color printer and they're expensive and the ink's expensive. So I just print up my own words and then kind of just cut them out and use them as I need them. So that's been working for me pretty well. So put that like right there. Do you want it under the flower, over the flower? No, put the flower over top of it. How's that? Oh, I think I like that even better. Ooh, that's such a good, stop moving that. Ooh, oh my goodness. Work with me, paper. I don't know, maybe more this way. We like that. How do we want to do this though? Put that over there like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that. I think that's what we're going with. I don't know what your thoughts are, and obviously by the time I complete this, any thoughts you put in there will be too late because I will have committed to this. Yes. I don't know what her deal is today. She's never bothered me this much ever in my life. So I don't know why she's like basically all up in my biz. But she does like to do stuff like that. All right, next, come on. All right, so let's ink up some of these. Let me pull out. I'm gonna do vintage, I think. Yeah, this one is my favorite for inking. I don't know why. Always is, always has been. And I've had this for like ever. So I like to use just pieces of maps too. They just kind of, you know, give it kind of a nice little feel, and it's easy. You get an almanac and you've got tons of stuff. You can buy almanacs in Goodwill really cheap. And they just got lots of paper. So see, I mean, I've already cut out pieces of this already. I'll probably continue to do it. Because it's actually just, I don't know. I just like the way the maps look. Might not be for everyone, but you know, and oftentimes they have the small little maps too. Like you see that little Florida right there? Oops, that little Florida area right there. That little Florida area, now that it's in focus. They have lots of those like little inserts, and those make great, like, because they're like framed, so you just kind of quickly cut them out, and they just look like they're little framed maps that you add to your projects. Don't do it, Nix. She's... I don't know what her deal is today. Maybe she wants to go back to the vet. I don't know. So... I know, this is like probably the most boring part of any project is inking the edges. I absolutely hate doing it. I really try to avoid it as much as possible. But sometimes you just gotta do it. Whoever started that white isn't good trend. Oh, not that way. Like, I just mean like white paper, not good. That's what I mean. Nothing bad, nothing any other way. And I'm not cutting this, I'm not even redoing this, so we're just gonna have to deal with that, and I'm just gonna move on, and I'm just gonna quit talking because, wow, I just meant white paper, because they always talk about how, you know, they don't like the white edges, they don't like the white paper, that sort of thing. So there we go, that looks cute. Maybe a little bit more around the top of memories. Once you get like an ink pad, like good and like all colored up, it's really easy, it spreads a lot. You're in my way, cat. So, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to glue these down, and then I'm just going to put this over top. I'm going to put that right there. Alright, so I'm going to sit down to glue, because it's a little easier for me to sit down and glue. You approve of this one, Nix? Huh? Yeah, baby? What are you doing? She's like, don't embarrass me in front of the people, Mom. I know, sweetie. I know. All your adoring fans, huh? Yeah, so it's really easy. I just go through and I write the word over and over, like several words, like different types. Like I have memories, I have journal, I have exhale, I have write. Scrivo, scribo. Scribo is, I think, Latin. Scrivo is Italian for write. My husband is very much Italian. I mean, like, literally, he speaks Italian, so. Cat. So, I, at some point, was trying to learn how to speak Italian. That didn't go very well. I know a few words. Scrivo. Forchetta. That's pretty much it. Actually, no, there's probably more if I think about it, but mangia. Everyone knows that one. But anyways, that's what this is. So as I was saying with this, you just write the word over and over again, and then you just kind of go through and just, well, actually, I probably did it the wrong way, because I went through and then I would just highlight the word and pick a thing. But if you write all the words in one, like if you do it in columns, actually that'd probably be easier. All right, so this is what you do in Microsoft Word. You go to columns, you make as many columns as you can, and then you start writing the words down. You want to make sure they're kind of big. I think this is like 14 or 16 font, because you don't want them to be super small. Unless you really want them super small, then you can make them super small. But then you go down each column and you do a different font, and you write the how does this go? And you write the different, there we go. And you write the different words down in the column. So you'd start off with happy dream. You know, I did it a couple times, obviously. Scrivo, whatever, journal, breathe, memories, love, life, whatever, hope, dreams, and you go down one column and you make it all the same font, and then you go to the next column, and then you do the same thing and go all the way down to the bottom of the page, and then you do the next font and you go all the way down. But do it in columns. If you do it in columns, I think that'd probably work a lot better. Just saying. If anyone's thinking, if anyone even understands what I'm talking about, probably not. I can see it in my head, so I know what I'm talking about, but you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do here is we are going to glue this piece. Oh yeah, huh. Well, that was silly. Right, I'm going to take off just a tiny bit more at the top there. Can't remember what I used to round the corners, so we'll just go with, I usually use this one. No, definitely, it's got to be this one. All right, so we're going to round the edges. I didn't even think about that. There we go. Get in there. All right, so I'm just rounding the corners so it kind of matches up with the paper so it doesn't look so odd when I glue it on. So you have like a little white corner sticking out. Okay, and what we're gonna do too is we're gonna ink all of the edges just because I said so. But we're gonna do it kind of quick and dirty. So we're gonna do that. Oh, that's glue, but that's not gonna show, so it doesn't matter. Do it this way. I saw this, and I'd really like to tell you who I saw this from, and I honestly don't remember. Maybe it was Scrapbooking with Me. No, yeah, Scrapbooking with Me. I get her name always wrong. I think it's Scrapbooking with Me I saw this on. Or maybe it was her daughter. I don't remember. Or it could have been Natasha. Could have been Jodify. Could have been anyone. I'm not sure. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Matter because that one is going to be so, oops. We're going to do the other side too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit. So what we're going to do is yep, this is the way I'm going to do it. It is cheating. I apologize. But it's the best way that I know how to do this. So we're not spending all day inking. I'm sorry, I'm not even doing this on camera. Am I doing? How have I got that on camera? Ugh, so sorry guys. I just refolded it the other way. We're going to fold it back the other way in a minute. This is just a quick and easy way to kind of get all the edges, just kind of give it some there we go. We just wanted to have a little bit of color. I'm not overly concerned about it looking totally, that might look a little odd. It's just supposed to look a little weathered. So let's go back. Let's do that one too. I think I used two different inks for that. Oh well, all right. I'm not gonna worry about it right now because I don't have the time to. Because you can't tell. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue this on top. Just like that, just like that. The only piece that's going to be glued is this one, so we're going to only put the glue on this little piece right here. So be careful, and this is the only place you want the glue. Don't want it on any of the other parts of the paper. So be very careful, because if you don't, it's not going to work right. All right, and just to make sure, because it is only going to be held in by half a page, we're going to put a little bit of this little stuff on here, just a little bit. Dribble, 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 dribble. This is PVA glue. I don't use it as often as I use the glue sticks. I do like the glue sticks better, but that's just me. But if I want to make sure that something's going to really adhere, I will use the PVA glue just to be safe, I guess would be the word. Okay. All right, so we're going to give that a minute to dry. I want to pick this up just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. We don't have all these flowers everywhere. And I have to watch out and make sure Noodle does not eat them because she likes to eat them. Yeah, we can still use that one too. Let's see what happens. So what we're gonna do, let's open it up to the page. I'm probably gonna take out more pages out of here because this is, well, let's see. So we don't want it to get too like alligatory. I mean, okay, a little bit, but when we add, because we have all these pockets and stuff that we've made in here, we're gonna want to add, other little pieces, journaling tags and stuff like that. So I am probably going to have to rip out some more pages and that sort of stuff. So we'll do that later though. So keep in mind, like as you're doing the journal, like you can always take out more pieces of paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this right here. But what we are going to do first is we're going to make this fun. Put a little ribbon on it. I think that should be enough to tie a bow, right? I don't know. I never know. I always cut too much ribbon off. And I'm gonna tie the bow now. So one, I can make sure this is working right. And two, I have it in place so I don't have to worry about it and trying to, okay, I know it's not a great bow. We'll work on it a little bit more afterwards. So, all right. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna glue this down now. I'm gonna use Fabric Tech to get the glue to bind with the ribbon to bind with the paper for now. So, but we'll use regular, and I'll put probably Fabric Tech where the ribbon is on here. So let's see if we get this right. Oh, and that's what I didn't want to happen, but it did. That's okay. It's all right. It's all good. Okay, so we're just going to let that dry for a second. What I was thinking was if I did this, and maybe put this over here. Huh. Kind of like the way that looks. I think I'm going to commit to that. Am I going to commit? Yes, I am going to commit. I like the way that looks. It kind of all matches too with all this too. I mean, they're not the same colors, but they kind of have all the greenish, themey looking stuff. So yeah, I think I am going to do that. I am, right there. Yep, yep, yep. Let's get this puppy open. These are a pain because they're like, you have to peel away these little pieces of plastic from the sticker. And you know, when you get old like me, you start to lose your motor function. There we go. Boom, bitches. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you guys don't mind that. I swear. I do it every once in a while, so. There we go. I'm going to put that right here. Yeah, that's perfect. I really like that idea. Of course, there may not be enough ribbon for this. Come on. It's not the greatest ribbon for tying bows with. I am going to admit that. So, there we go. Yeah, I guess it didn't matter. Sometimes when I do it upside down, like the bow looks right. I don't know. I'm sure there's a way you're supposed to do it, but I just don't know it. So, we'll do the fabric tech. I'm going to do it just across the ribbon. Again, just for that extra hold on the ribbon because it is fabric. Ooh, that's a big splotchy splotchy. Well, you know what? We're just going to go all the way around it now. This you can use paper to paper, paper to glue, paper to whatever. I don't know what it's made out of. It's just fabric tech. It's expensive glue. I try not to really use it all that often, but since I made a big blob everywhere and it's going everywhere, I think it might be a good idea just to use it. Yeah, it dries really fast though, it seems like. Okay. All right. I have one chance to do this right. Hopefully none of it's oozing out. Please don't ooze out. Sorry, my head got in there. I apologize. I had to look around it. All right. And there we go. And hold on, I will show you what it looks like once it's dried just a little bit more. Oh, and yeah, that was what I was afraid of. Me and glue, we just don't get along. All right, let's do this. So see, you got a nice little foldy book. And we're gonna have to fix that right there. Oh yeah, that's great. The stuff just rubs off. It's almost like a rubber cement almost. But it's supposed to help, like it binds fabric too. So you can use it with fabric and stuff. So that's why Havoc said do use fabric. Maybe on the next one I will use fabric. How's that? All right. Okay. All right. So here we go. And we are ready to make some memories. Oh, so sweet. So, yep, we are done with this page. I covered the little yucky spot I wasn't too fond of, and we are ready to move on. Now, as you're going to see, watch this, though. Look at that crocodile mouth. So, let me show it again. This is what we finished with. It's a little place where you can write on this side, or you can turn over and write on this side. So, you have a nice little foldy writing area. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what the other people called it. I'd like to say I do, but I don't really know. So, and I'm really struggling with this bow. Okay, there we go. So that is one more page done. We are trucking along, people. I'm gonna have to do something. Now, see, this is where it starts to get kind of. I'm trying to avoid doing stuff on these pages and doing them more on this page, but some of them, it just has to be done on the other page, so we'll see. I did want to do something about this right here. Yeah, and of course the first words I pick up are sexual perversion. So yeah, about that. We'll have to think of something that we can do maybe along here. Kind of actually now I'm wishing I had taken these and made them go over this page a little bit, but we'll see. Okay. All right, well, that's it for today. I think I've babbled enough, and I think we've got a nice little page in our book. So just bring it up a little bit closer so you can kind of see it. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and again, once I hit 1,000, I will give this journal away and to a lucky subscriber. Thank you. Bye.